I've got a few errands to run, so I'll take you along with me. First stop, the gas station. The reason why is I always like to keep pretty much a full tank, between half and a full, because you just never know, and especially with that last tsunami warning, you never know if you're going to have to evacuate, if you need your car to get out somewhere, and usually gas stations are super packed if people are trying to, quote, escape somewhere to safety. So I told you I watched a lot of disaster movies when I was growing up, so
We're having lunch today at Chawan, which is a restaurant in the Yokohama Lalaport shopping mall. If you're new to Japan life, one of the things that you'll notice is that Japanese restaurants usually have plastic displays of their menu right outside the restaurant. These displays are really helpful if you're not sure what to order and you want to see what the items on the menu look like. Most of the food looks pretty realistic too. Most menus in Japan usually have pictures, so you really don't have to worry if your Japanese reading skills are limited. I really like this restaurant because they have such a big menu and you can combine different food items to make the perfect set. I went with this cold noodle set and I didn't want any side dishes, but I did want a drink, and as you can see, I ordered the cold matcha lemonade. These are my cold noodles, and it came with kimchi, and it was delicious. Most restaurants in Japan bring your bill and leave it at your table once all the food is served. This restaurant has outlets to charge your phone and a bell to call your server if needed. Next, I needed to pick up a few items from the store Hands, formerly known as Tokyu Hands. I thought I'd share some items with you that are popular right now during the summertime. One of them, as you can see, are umbrellas. Now, rainy season is officially over. These umbrellas can be used in the rain, but primarily they're designed for protection against UV rays and the sun. They're very lightweight, and as you can see, some of them are very small, so they fit conveniently in your purse, bag, pocket, and they have protection from the summer's harsh rays. They also have a special design so that if it's windy, like during a typhoon, and your umbrella blows like inside out, you don't have to worry because it doesn't break the umbrella. I wish you could feel how light these umbrellas are. They do come in regular sized umbrellas like this, and this one almost looks like a paper parasol. Look how tiny this umbrella is. To give you an idea of the size, I stretched out my hand and it's just like the distance between my thumb and my pointer finger. In addition to all these umbrellas, they also have other items which will help protect you against the sun and its harmful UV rays. They have a selection of hats and ponchos, even gloves, and if you're looking for ways to beat the heat, they have a selection of Japanese folding fans and Japanese round fans. Wind chimes won't protect you from the heat or the sun, but they are a symbol of summer here in Japan. One item that has become very popular in Japan over the past couple of years are the electric handheld fans. They come in a variety of colors, sizes, and look at this one. This one attaches to your cell phone. Back in the days when I did live streaming on Periscope, my phone would always heat up in the summertime, so this would have been really handy. You don't have to feel weird or extravagant carrying an electric fan because everybody in Japan seems to have them nowadays. Another thing that's popular are these cool rings that you wear around your neck, and they do offer some comfort. I wear them all the time at home. These are some other items to help cool you down, different types of ice packs. They also have these, they're like stickers, I guess, that you put on your forehead to keep yourself cool. And they have so many different types of sprays and lotions to spray on your body, on your shirt or clothing. I wanted to try them, but most of the sample ones were all empty. So I guess people come here, use the samples, and then take off. Wet towels and wet towelettes are also popular. I keep some in my bag, in my purse, and you just wipe it on your body and it's refreshing. Here's some more different rings. Look, they even have new shapes. I've never seen that shape before. Japan is quite well known and gets good reviews for its sunscreens and UV care creams, but I personally don't feel knowledgeable enough to recommend any. I think everybody's skin type and skin sensitivity is different, so I would suggest maybe watching videos. If your skin is extra sensitive, they do have these cover-ups like these ice boleros, and they have different glove items that you can wear because some people are really sensitive to the different sunscreens, but you still need to protect yourselves from the rays. So that's why they have these gloves. They're arm-length gloves. You'll see a lot of ladies wearing them. Just find what works best for your skin type and your particular needs. Hands also offers a lot of travel items. I think Japan is notorious for having these cute mini-size sample items of everything. And they also have a lot of different pouches and bags to keep everything in. Now, one thing I'm not really a fan of and I don't use are travel belts, but you'll notice that a lot of Japanese travelers use travel belts around their suitcases. And you'll also find things like eye masks, earplugs, and other things to help make your trip more comfortable. Let's head on over to the beauty section and take a look at lip balms. They have a whole selection of lip balms. My personal favorite is this organic lip balm. It is a peppermint flavor. Not that I eat it, but it glides on and feels really good on your lips. They also make a cherry blossom lip balm. That one's pretty good as well. And if you're someone that wants a little bit of color tint, they have lip balms with color tint. There are a lot of beauty channels that recommend Japanese hair products, but there are so many to choose from. How can you tell which one is the right one for you? Well, I've said this before in another video that my recommendation is to buy the little sample packs. Almost every brand of shampoo, especially here at Hands, has a little sample pack for basically 100 to 150 yen, where you get the shampoo and the treatment or conditioner in a single pack. You can try these different shampoos and conditioners out, and if you like it, then go ahead and invest in the regular sized shampoo. And Honey is a popular brand, but there are so many different types. So once again, I would recommend trying the samples out, seeing which one is good for your particular hair care needs, and then going from there instead of investing in having to buy a big bottle. Every time I see this product, I'm curious if anyone has actually used this. It has a #1 cosmetic brand rating, and it's a stick that you put in your nostril and pull to get rid of extra nose hairs. I'm not sure. If you've used it, please let me know in the comments. Would you use it? I don't think I would. Let's head over to one of my favorite areas, the stationery section. These are little computer pets. You're supposed to put these stuffed animals on your lap when you're working on your computer, and it's supposed to help with your posture. This one looks like a Chihuahua. I don't really need one because I can just put Bandit on my lap. They are cute. They have different characters, famous characters like Sanrio characters, Moomin characters. I think they're cute, but I can't imagine working at my computer with a stuffed animal sitting on my lap. That's just me. If you like paper art, you can pick up some of these do-it-yourself paper art theaters, which are kind of like paper dioramas. And now let's head over to one of my favorite sections, the sticker section. Stickers come in so many different varieties. Some are made out of paper, some are made out of plastic or a foam material. They have so many different varieties. As a teacher, I use stickers a lot. Also, in my planners or my journals, I like to use stickers, and they have different types of stickers for all your journaling or decorative needs. B-Side Label is one of my favorite companies for stickers. I use a lot of these on my calendar. I'm a big fan of cute animal stickers. These are summertime stickers like sunflowers, watermelon shapes. These ones are like 3D, and they have things like liquids or stars of confetti inside the stickers. They're also raised so they wouldn't sit flat on a calendar, but you could put them outside your cell phone. Here's some more really cute themed ones. They have a big selection of origami paper and stamps. I use stamps all the time in my classroom, and so they have a lot of perfect stamps for grading and encouragement. They have a lot of these little self-inking stamps as well, so you can stamp them easily in your calendar or a plan book. My students love stickers and stamps, but let me tell you, stamps are a lot more economical. I wanted to pick up this stamp, which is basically an empty clock with a place to write your appointments. These bubble stickers are really popular in Japan right now. People use them to decorate their phone cases or to put on fingernails. Another thing I came to this store to pick up are summer greeting cards, because in Japan, one of the traditional things to do during the summer is send summer greeting cards, kind of similar to what they do during the New Year holidays. They have so many different types of cards. They also have postcards, and currently I'm receiving some homemade postcards from my students, which is a really nice way to celebrate summer. Here are some more B-Side Label stickers. Oh, I just love B-Side. They have a lot of parodies, so you'll see some popular characters, but they're done by B-Side artists, not the actual Sanrio artist or Pokemon artists. They have little charms. There's sort of a humorous element to each of the stickers. Look how cute these dog ones are, and the meerkat. If you're new to Japan, you may also see cards and envelopes like this, and you may wonder what these are for. These are special envelopes that you use to celebrate certain occasions. Most of these envelopes that you see here are to celebrate events like weddings, the birth of a baby, graduation, maybe even just a happy birthday. You put money in these envelopes and give the envelope as your present. If you are going to use one of these envelopes for an occasion, please make sure you check out the directions and instructions, because there are a lot of cultural rules that follow using these specific envelopes. There are also specific envelopes that you use for funerals or somber occasions, and those are in these black and white envelopes. Once again, there's a whole etiquette in how to use these envelopes when you're giving money, so please make sure you read up on everything before you use them. Another item you may be unfamiliar with are these message boards. If you're in a group and you're leaving, or maybe you're going to another country, you might be given a message board of farewell messages or messages of encouragement or good luck from all your coworkers or other students in your class, with each person giving an individual message, but then it gets assembled to go on one board, so you're kind of getting a group message. Japan also has a huge selection of really cute post-it notes. I don't know what the fascination with butts or rear ends are, but they have a lot of post-it notes with different animal bottoms. You can also find a lot of cute index markers. And once again, more post-it notes. These ones are kind of cute. Seriously, you could spend hours in any stationery section, and this is just in hands. All right, let's head home.
I think everybody goes to the mall because it's cool. I got this frozen drink from Mr. Donuts. It's called frozen peach and mixed berry. I usually get just the regular juice, but this time I asked for frozen. However, I know I'm getting old because I couldn't find my car in the parking lot. Oh my gosh, I miss those days when they had the little antenna balls. I used to have a wiener, a Wiener Schnitzel wiener on my car, so very easy to spot. But, okay. We're gonna head home. Cheers. It's so hot. First the air. My gosh. Anyways, I got all my errands done. I picked up a few other items at the 100 yen store and resisted the temptation to look at cute summer clothes, because I'm just going to be in t-shirts. Actually, I'm just going to be in my my casual comfy clothes at home, unless I have to go out, because man, it is brutal today. Had a good lunch, but I'm ready to get back and veg in a hopefully cold room. Actually, I shouldn't say veg, more like chill with Bandit. All right, see you back home. Good boy. Did you keep the house cool? Oh, my good boy. Did you play with your friends? Did you play with your friends? Hi, Bandit. Oh, my God. Good boy. Ah, it's nice and cool in here. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. I picked this pillow up at Nitori. It's a cool pillow, so supposedly if you lay on it, it's cooler, and I thought Bennett might enjoy it. This lighting looks really funny. Hold on. We had a nice lunch out. I had to do a little money transferring from, I've got unfortunately, or fortunately, I have so many bank accounts. I should probably just consolidate into one, but it's because I've lived in so many different areas. My bank account kept changing and I never fully closed everything. So some bills are taken out of this bank account, some bills are taken out of this bank account. And I just thought it was easier than having to notify all the places that automatically take certain things out of my bank account. It's just easier sometimes to have that. But that being said, I do sometimes have to juggle things. So, yeah. What are you doing? He's hiding he's got a sweet potato treat in his mouth, and he's looking for a place to hide it. Anyways, what else did I pick up? I wanted to pick up a few things for my mom because it's taken me a year and a half, if not closer to 2 years, to figure out how this new, it's not really new anymore. It started, I think it was new as of maybe last year, March. They changed the process in sending parcels and packages and small packets or whatever. I think to all countries, but definitely to the US. And you can't do handwritten labels anymore. You've got to actually fill out this form and put everything very specifically into what's being sent. And it's a pain. I do have a printer, but for the longest time my printer wasn't really set up. And then when I got my new computer a couple years ago, I finally hooked that up. But I still didn't figure out how to use this new parcel label surf. But I still hadn't figured out how to use this new label making procedure. My coworker at school always said, oh, it's really easy. All you have to do is do this, this, and this. And she was sending packages all the time to Canada. But we never got around to sit down and we never got around to sitting down and going over everything. It was just something I should have insisted and said, can you show me now? But I never did. And lo and behold, I have all these things that I have meant to send to the US that are just sitting on my staircase. I still have a box of things that I was supposed to send to my mom once she got all settled. And right, I have it still in the box. And I think at the time when I thought, okay, better hurry and send it, my brother was out on a cruise and I didn't want my mom having to open the door if the parcel arrived when she was the only one home, because I told her don't open the door if she's the only one at home. See, I'm still just as protective of her miles away as I was when she was living with me. So, yeah, so now I know that she's at home and that there's somebody else at home with her. But it really took just sitting down, going step by step, reading all the instructions, watching all the tutorials, which is what I did yesterday. So even though that may not seem like a huge accomplishment or a huge thing, it was huge for me. And I'm really glad I did it. I printed out the label and got everything ready for one package that was meant to be sent out like last year. I still have another one that's, I've got to find the items because they are sitting somewhere on my staircase. That's another thing. And if this one goes through, then I'll be able to send that one. So if you're expecting a package from me and you haven't gotten yet, this is why. It's my lame, I don't want to say reluctance, but maybe being in denial that the procedures have changed and me just being too impatient to have to learn how to do something new. Welcome to the 21st century, right? People forget, you know, like, I'm pretty old school. I didn't grow up with computers. I didn't grow up with technology, and I am just as bad sometimes as my mom, because it means literally sitting down, learning everything step by step, figuring out how to do it. yesterday I was getting my printer to work from, you know, getting the printer hooked up to the Wi-Fi and doing all this other stuff, but I did get it to work and I did print out the label. I'm gonna go to the post office tomorrow morning, and that's gonna be another accomplishment because it means getting into Japanese mode and doing that. But I will tell you this, when you live in a small city or a neighborhood type of residential area, the postal people are really nice. And I have actually two choices of which postal service I want to go to. Both of them have been extremely helpful whenever I've had to deal with them. So that's going to be my project tomorrow. Did fill up gas, so my car is ready for, I know this sounds terrible, like for emergencies, but that's just the way I am. Anyways, I'm gonna get back started on my cleaning again. It's almost 3 o'clock, and if you've lived in Japan long enough, you know that 3 o'clock is the oyatsu time, or it's the snack time. Companies, workplaces, a lot of times they have like a 3 o'clock tea time, or I don't know, it's just a time to take a break. And so I'm gonna do that. I just put my marketing goods. I didn't really go full-fledged marketing today. I just picked up some fruit, a couple of items that I'm gonna put in my mom's care package, and yeah, I'm gonna get her label packed up and ready. I also needed to get tape to tape up the boxes, and please, I hope my boxes are the right size. I think I've done okay, but sometimes it can be really tricky because parcel postage boxes, the sizes are really strict. The weight, I'm sure, is fine. I think all the things I put in are okay too. I think my mom will be happy because I still have her 2 stuffed animals that I won for her with the UFO catchers or claw machines. Those were the 2 animals that I took to the hospital when she was in the hospital last year. So yeah, so I want to we're not crying on this video. I want to hurry up and get that sent out to her. And I think I'm going to wait on the next one. I have a jacket of my dad's that she couldn't fit in her suitcase to take home, and it really wasn't necessary because it wasn't the winter time yet, but I will get that out too. Look at me crying. It's because I'm on summer break. I don't have anything from work to cry about. All right. Anyways, I just wanted to get this video out because you guys are great. Like, thank you for joining my life. And I know, like, I'm not a big YouTuber. I don't have a zillion followers, but the people that do follow me, I really appreciate you. And just the messages and the support that you've given me, it really touches my heart. Whether you are young and just interested in coming to Japan, or whether you're like me, a senior, or somebody over 50, over 60, close to 70, or even older than 70. The experiences that I've had here, hopefully I can share with you so that it's not as scary or it's not as complicated. I don't know whether it's going to be as funny or as horrendous as some of the things that have happened in my life, but I really enjoy just sharing different moments with you. And if you would like to join our community here, please consider subscribing. And yeah, I will see you, I hope, in the next video. Take care. Thanks, and please excuse those silly tears. You know, I haven't talked for I don't know how many days. This is what happens when it's summer break and you just stay in and chill. All right. Bye-bye. And say bye.